Hey everybody, so this is a 2-month update since I had all the work done on my face. It sounds so dodgy. Since I had septoplasty and double sinus surgery. I've got so much more energy, it's amazing, literally. The dizziness, I still get dizzy, okay, so having the operation done has not solved my dizziness. But I have been doing vestibular therapy, and it's actually starting to make a really big difference because my eyes are quite pink. Because last night I went out, first time in 2 years, to Brixton on it's called Brixton Beach. They've literally created a beach from a rooftop. It's amazing. And the music was like pumping, it was so loud. It was absolutely rammed. And I stood up for 3 hours. Yeah! So I stood up for 3 hours straight. I did get the wobble, you know, sometimes you're a bit, ooh, I did get a few of those, and I drank a lot, and for some reason alcohol numbs it a bit, and I don't realise, you know, you feel really off balance. It kind of, I don't know why, but if I have a drink or two, it kind of settles and I don't notice it as much, and I think because you just put the swaying and the dizziness down to alcohol, not that you're completely sober and everything's just moving, you know. Do you know what I mean? So once you've had a drink or two, you just think, oh, I'm just a bit, you know, it's just a bit lightheaded because of the alcohol, and you don't, relate it to being really dizzy. And I can't get my words out because I'm quite hungover. But to let you know, massive, massive difference. Like 2 years ago, oh my God, I was housebound for like 6 months, and I had to sleep every 2-3 hours because I was still doing part-time work. And just going on the laptop for an hour or two would absolutely knacker me out, and I have to sleep. And now I'm going out drinking, like in packed places, really loud music, loads and loads of people, and stood up for a long time as well. So it's made a massive difference, I think, the surgery, when it comes to energy, giving me my energy back. I don't get exhaustion anymore. I went swimming last week. I did 18 laps, which is huge for me. And the next day, usually for a day or two, I feel really bad. And I was fine. I went out to the park, did a mile walk. So the surgery's made a massive difference when it comes to energy, but don't expect it to get rid of the dizziness. Now, I spoke to the vestibular therapist, and I got upset because I feel really good, and then I'll have a day where I wake up and everything's moving again and I'm really dizzy. And she said, don't worry, as long as long term you're starting to genuinely feel better, don't worry about the odd day or two, like you're going back on yourself and you're relapsing. That's what always happens. So even in 3 years, I could be like 90% and I'll still get the dizzy day, for example. But overall, as long as there are fewer in between, you know what I mean? You've got bigger gaps of, you know, between dizzy spells, and you generally feel better long term, that's okay. So I would say measure how you've been doing over the last 2 months compared to the previous 2 months, for example. Don't measure it over the last week or 2 weeks. It's nothing. You need to think long term. Are you better now than what you were even a year ago? Because it's a massive, massive difference. And I think we forget to look back and see where we were a year ago and see what massive improvements we've got, because we're still pissed off that we're still getting dizzy spells. So we don't think how far we've come sometimes. Hopefully, I would like to go back to some kind of office work. Because I miss people, I miss being social, but I am going to give it another 2-3 months from the op, because they said it would take about that much time. I am still getting quite bad dizzy spells when I get them, so I think I still need to give it time and do really intense vestibular therapy. And I do like probably about 3-4 times a day if I remember. I'm really bad for forgetting it, but it is making a difference. So that's it, guys. It's been 2 months since my operation. I went out last night, got really drunk. It was amazing. So wherever you are, if you're suffering from a vestibular disorder, okay, wow. I mean, the improvement for me has been immense, okay? And God, I remember like a year ago being extremely depressed, thinking I don't want to live my life like this anymore. That's how bad it was. I thought I cannot have a future and see a future. And now I can. I'm starting to see I've got a future again. And that's a plane going over my house, which is really loud. Anyway, okay guys, see you later.